Hey, guess what? It's spooky season, baby. It's nearly July, which means Halloween and autumn on Etsy is right around the corner. So if you've been waiting to get those spooky products listed, the time is now. And as a trends analyst and lover of all things spooky, today I'm going to give you a list of products and ideas that we expect to see trending in the next few weeks. Hey yo, hi, how's it going? For those who are new here, my name is Starla Moore, founder of the Handmade Alpha Academy for Etsy sellers and manager at erank.com, Etsy's most popular SEO tool. And over at erank, I've been eyeing our shopper trend data like a hawk, just waiting for enough solid shopper search patterns to make this video. Yes, it's still June or July, depending on when you're seeing this video, but looking at our historical trend data, we can see that Etsy shoppers typically start searching for Halloween, fall, and autumn products as early as June, which means that if you haven't been working on your fall products, it's time to get busy, baby. And hopefully this video will help to inspire some new ideas to help springboard your creativity. In order to start our trend predictions, we need to start with some of the big brands that are already developing and giving sneak peeks into their upcoming product lines for fall. Because though major brands are literally the opposite of Etsy, they still invest millions of dollars into their product research. And by taking some of their ideas and bouncing them into erank, we can start to uncover some of the more unique trends that can help you to stand out. And yeah, little ghosts and bats and pumpkins and leaves will always be popular, but competing with products like these can be hard because these autumn themes are just too darn general. Instead, we're going to focus on niches within upcoming product lines where hopefully the competition will be less. One of the first places I look for upcoming trends is Bath & Body Works, and not just for smells, okay? This is going to apply to POD, clothing, jewelry, digital products, everything. And lucky for us, there are bloggers who literally dedicate their whole lives to uncovering Bath & Body Works product leaks. Basically, the products that aren't available yet, but that have been spilled to the public in one form or another. So for these trends, I'm using a blog post from Inside the Page. This gal has somehow managed to get her hands on the full upcoming Bath & Body Works Halloween collection. Big confidential banners and all. And immediately as I started scrolling through this collection, the trends started jumping out at me. No pun intended. So first, snakes. Lots of snakes. I'm seeing gold snakes, black snakes, snakes with roses. They aren't even strictly Halloween products, which is great because this could be a trend that carries over into other seasons as well, assuming you're reaching an audience of shoppers who love snakes. In fact, even as an author, I'm constantly keeping an eye on the latest book cover trends, and snakes and roses have been an ongoing theme for the last few years. Popping the term snake into erank, we can see that snakes are pretty popular all year round, with big upcoming spikes in July, October, and December. With this in mind, I'm predicting that this September and October, searches for snake-themed products will likely be even higher than last year. Another notable trend that I'm seeing are these cool stained glass designs on their candles and hand soaps. This is another trend that could easily be incorporated into shirts, mugs, or even wall art and jewelry. And while most Etsy shoppers who search for stained glass are actually looking for real stained glass, you can still incorporate the overall theme of this trend into your products while targeting other Halloween-related keywords, especially if you sell things like wall art or maybe even some cool painted wine glasses. Another more subtle thing that I'm noticing with these products are these vintage-style frames that you can kind of see around each product. I know last year these Victorian-style vintage frames were super popular on Etsy, to the point where even 3D print shops started making them. And the way that Bath & Body Works has chosen to use these frames is a pretty unique example of how you could incorporate this trend even if you don't actually sell picture frames. Not to mention, the term oval frame on Etsy seems to be a bit of a keyword sweet spot, with relatively low competition rates compared to the number of average monthly searches. Over the last 2 years, embroidery has been a top search term on Etsy, but even if you don't sell embroidery, I've been noticing a trend with embroidery-styled printed art as well. And for me personally, it started standing out to me after last year's release of this this book called The Liar's Crown, where the art on the front of the book was done in a threaded style. But now I'm starting to see this design style on a lot of other products as well, especially skulls and roses. And based on these photos, it would appear that Bath & Body Works is jumping on this trend as well. Super cool for artists, but even cooler for the embroidery shops who are able to create designs like these on real clothing. Also, a few honorable mentions on this trend list include skulls with crowns, neon-style Halloween imagery, dripping roses, and crystal spiders. And if you guys want to stay ahead of some of these Halloween trends, I was able to find a lot more cool product trends in this group called Halloween Decorating Fanatics 2023, where apparently the members post when they see a new Halloween trend in stores. For example, someone posted this photo from the store at home, where it looks like they'll be releasing large gargoyles and dragons this year. Two trends that aren't necessarily Halloween, but that both seem to generate a lot of buzz specifically in the fall. And I'd also consider gargoyle statue to be another keyword sweet spot, with insanely low competition versus the number of average monthly searches. That's it for the emerging trends that I've been able to find so far, though I'm positive I'll likely add to this list later down the line. So if you're not subscribed already, be sure to click the little red button so that you don't miss future videos. And for more general fall trends and color palettes, check out this video up here where we explore some of the trends that are already arriving in stores. Oh, and let me know down in the comments when you plan to release your own Halloween and fall products. Cue the spooky lo-fi beat.